Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are going to do a traditional Kaldheim draft today. Best of three. I'm practicing up for the Streamer Showdown tomorrow. Just Lolaman is doing it again. We're going to do a Streamer Showdown after the Chat Gauntlet. I'm going to do Chat Gauntlet Friday morning as usual, and then in my Friday afternoon, after a long lunch break, I'm going to be in the second pod of the first Kaldheim Streamer Showdown. And Mana Traders is putting up a prize purse again. It's awesome of them. Mana Traders, if anybody out there's a Magic Online user, they're basically a deck rental outfit for Magic Online users. So you can check that out if you're looking to try out decks that you don't want to commit to on Magic Online. So I thank them for sponsoring that event. They're not my sponsor here on the show. We'll get into that in a little bit. But before we even worry about my sponsor, I want to worry about Kaldheim itself. I'm in that spot. I'm in that spot right now where I feel behind the community. I feel like I listened to Luis and Marshall talking about, well, I'm 25, 30 drafts in now, and I'm probably 10, 15 in, I guess, but I'm not that many in, and I don't have Luis's brain, and I'm more at Marshall level when it comes to this stuff, and I'm way behind Marshall in game count, so I'm feeling like I'm the one trying to learn from a lot of others in the community right now, and that includes my own viewers. I feel like a lot of my viewers are at my skill level and have been drafting more of this. So I'm really trying to listen out right now. So it's a good time. This is one of my favorite limited resources episodes, is the first episode after the rare set review, because it's like the first impressions. It's where you can really leverage the brains of a better player or at the very least in Marshall's case, I think Luis is better than all of us. But if you're like me and you're kind of at similar to where Marshall's at, he's just way ahead on game count. So I love listening to their opinions at this point in the format. And it was really interesting, especially to hear the talk about snow deck strategy, where Luis advocates, and apparently I haven't listened to the Lords of Limited where they might be talking about this too, but it sounded like Luis was suggesting that show was also on board with the notion that, like, to really do snow, you focus on the dual tap lands, the non-white tap duels early, and the uncommon payoffs and the tap duels that are not white to kind of support cutting off that archetype, cutting off the lands for the archetype so that nobody gets into it, and then you scoop up all the rewards. And East is saying the thing, though, that is my concern here. On the one hand, listening to LR makes me go, oh yeah, I want to try that. But on the other hand, when limited resources and Luis Scott Vargas gives you secret tech, it's no longer secret, right? So I don't want to force it, because that could be a disaster. But also, it's the show just dropped, so it's not like the limited resources effect is going to be super widespread at this point. But I at least want to keep that approach to drafting snow in mind, prioritizing things in that order. I haven't really gotten into snow I haven't approached snow that way, like that, looking at it from specifically the tap dual standpoint and seriously prioritizing those. So I'll take a look at that. I'm not going to force anything, but I am going to look to draft snow that way if it comes up. The thing that keeps coming up for me is the red-black deck. I keep ending up in red-black, although chat has my back. I'm not really forcing it. It's just the cards keep flowing that way, and it's been pretty successful for me. What I'd like to try is like the red-blue giant deck. I haven't really been in that deck yet. I want to see if there's really, what can we do? Is green-white a low playable archetype again, or is it an M21 thing where it can be powerful? I don't know. There's a lot of archetypes that I have not tried yet, and I feel like, because I keep getting pulled into red black aggro, and but chat has my back. We'll figure it out. I also do, I'm getting good at drafting that. I'm seeing what's good about that. But I've also been trying some other stuff on my side accounts, and we'll see how that develops today. If you want to develop an excellent game for your commander, situation. You want to develop a defense against your housemate's killer standard deck. You got a 3-deck meta that you got to deal with. I know where you can get some weaponized action for that. My sponsor, CardKingdom.com. They're over at CardKingdom.com. But if you just go to CardKingdom.com, you don't get there via my affiliate link. And if you use the link in the panels or in the YouTube notes or in chat here, they know you got there from here, and that helps keep me on the air. And then it associates your business with them, with me, and I appreciate that a lot, of course. And you're just going to appreciate them if you need any physical magic stuff. They deliver. They're rock solid. They really, just bottom line, should be on your list every time you're making any kind of significant magic purchase. Give them a chance at your business, and they'll show you why they earn it. Thank you, Card Kingdom. Let's pay the 1,500 gems. Looks like we're finally out of gold entries. This is the first Kaldheim draft, I think, on this account that I am paying in gems. Well, maybe I did the last one. I don't know. It's possible. Anyway, we have gotten a lot of drafts in off of our gold, having ground a lot of gold for this account at the tail end of the Zendikar run. Let's get a little audio here. Gold uncommons. Another thing from Marshall's point of view is like, and I think that this is maybe where he got at the princeness of the format, which is like, go ahead and take the early gold stuff, like this Binding the Old Gods, right? A lot of times on LR or whatever, they'll tell you, avoid gold early. Or in this case, we could take Demon Bolt because it's just about as powerful, but it's one color. But certainly, Binding versus Bolt is an interesting pick. If Bolt weren't here, I think it would be Binding in a landslide in this pack. But yeah, let's take Binding because I keep getting pulled into red-black, and it's a close enough pick that I'm willing to do this. Let's look at the Runeforge Champ. This is very much a build-around. I mean, you could... this is more of a constructed card. This is trying to, I think, give constructed players something clever to do, although I did have somebody run this against me with many runes, so it can be done. You just don't... I wouldn't start here. I don't think it's enough of a build-around to start there over this. If neither of these were here, it was just a really weak pack, I would take that and say, oh, let's see if we can make it happen. But in this case, we're going to take Binding the Old Gods because it's just straight up powerful. It doesn't need much help to be powerful. And then look at this. Like, this is what Marshall was talking about. This is what Marshall was talking about in terms of being pulled towards uncommons. And this is also what my friend Tom Lapilli was talking about in terms of the complexity of the set. There's a lot of temptation, a lot of gold temptation at uncommon in the set. We talked about potentially trying to get into snow, and doing so based on powerful snow uncommons. And green, basically, Sultai is a great base snow color. So it's that, or also, I think, Maja is very good. But I like I am having right off the heels of the LR episode, I am inclined to take the Narfi and see if snow is there. Trap has been called. Well, I won't be the first to fall into a wizard's trap. Hey, Agar. Sammy Agar here. There's also a snow land. So we could also just take Agar and set up for that. We take Struggle. Yeah, Struggle is... If we're doing snow, we take the this or the Veil. Yeah. Veil is another call-out land from Luis that these are the snow important. So if I take... I'm taking the snow lands over the Struggle, for sure. But I am tempted by dipping a toe here. We want to commit? Yeah, Packmate is there too. Packmate is better than Struggle, yeah. All right, let's take... fine, we'll try it. We'll try it. All right, LR. All right, LR, let's do this. This is maybe playable in such a deck. Oh man, look at the Basalt Ravager for that giant deck. People seem to like this one. Well, that's where, yeah, I'm lower on this than Luis for sure. I like Elderfang a lot. I don't want a ton of these. Like, I'd play 5 Elderfang Disciples, I think. I'm never playing 5 Waydowns. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but I'm just saying that's one way that I break these types of ties. But let's go ahead and try this. I like this Sultai, Snowtie direction, maybe. Except now this is what we're talking about. Like the other signal that Marsh and Luis said to observe is lack of snowland. So we can take the Horizon Seeker, but the fact that there's not still a snowland here is a little bit of a concern. But we can take this and keep going in this direction. Elven Bow. I guess we just want Behold here, though. You're on Vandal. What, Vandal? Oh, you're just behind. I don't know what Flip is talking about, but I'm going to take this. Maybe Flip's just a little behind me. That happens sometimes. Yeah, this is starting to look... Well, I guess we take a raise here, potentially. Yeah, Mentor. We could end up in just a more of a black-green elves thing, right? This is a human warrior, though. Mentor as a hedge, as an elf hedge, and a random playable if we need it. So here's where I'm willing to look at the way downs. We also have a Pilfering Hawk if we think we're still snow, but I think the snow is melted, right? So we should probably just take way down now. Way down now. Way down now. So that means Narfi is out. What is even in? What are we doing now then? I don't think. Well, the thing is, Jinx, watch this. Whoop. I do that all the time. I'm pulling this out because I think it's very unlikely. It's a representation that I think we're very far away from doing anything snow related. We got one snowland, and my mentors on this topic have suggested that we need to have a lot of snowlands early to do this thing. So I'm a little worried about that. We're best of 3. We could get a Raven form because it is good to have one that does anything at some point. But yeah, we can take Pet. I think we take the Imp now. It's just more generically playable, but I wouldn't mind a Raven form in best of 3. Raven form is so bad against aggro that I don't prioritize it when I'm in best of 1, but best of 3, I wouldn't mind having that. I've also, let's see, who was it? Was it R.A. Lax that was talking about Run Ashore as being good? Because it's like instant. I'll take one, but I'm not buying that yet. We could also take Defies Destiny if we're never going to get into white though at this point, right? Yeah, I guess we just take a Faithful as a little more playable, a little more what we're doing. And see, this way down comes around. This is where I like the way downs. Depart the Realm is okay, but yeah, let's take Depart number 1 over way number 2. I hope I never cast this. Like, strategic planning just seems like such the wrong thing to be doing in this format with all the foretell that I hope I never cast that. But we'll put that in board. Not a dual land for us, even if we were interested in duels. Path to the World Tree does some fixing, but I don't love doing this if I have no chance at the 5 the 5 mana side. The thing is, what's the opportunity cost here? This is a bad pack for us. Like, it's a Glade Walker. Like, Path or Glade Walker is the best thing we have here anyway. They try to color balance Magic packs so that there's something in all 5 colors in every pack in common, and it worked. We have a Draugr of Thought Thief or a Dread Rider as our black and blue options for this pack. So, given that the opportunity cost is really just a Glade Walker, I'm going to take the Path to the World Tree. And yeah, this is okay, but I'm going to hedge here. This has some power to it that if we can land there is pretty cool. And if we don't play it, okay, that was just a bad pack, and that happens. Here's a little bit of a follow-up reward for where we're at. We can take Behold too, but we have a Behold. One thing I've been noticing is that my creature count is a little low in some of my decks, so I want to get these high quality creatures. So I'm going to do that. Port, and I don't tend to prioritize these lands. If we can get this on the wheel, great, but I see these as late pick rewards for being in those 2 colors. It's been suggested we could play this without snow. I'll keep that in mind, but I'll leave it in the board for now. So double white makes this, is it Maja? I don't know how to pronounce these Nordic words very well, but names. The Protector here is not really a choice because of the double white. But if we had started there, we had one of these in pack 1, we could have been an interesting... Yeah, that's what I thought. I've been trying to... Somehow, I've been managing the soft J on other stuff, but somehow on this one... It trips me sometimes. But anyway, back to what we're actually picking, since we can't... Well, we could. But I guess we're just taking a Sculptor in case we... I mean, we could end up with enough snow to make Sculptor do something. And as a 2/2 for 2, it's got a decent floor, right? Snow-covered forest could help with doing something with it. Bloody Massacre is not for us this time around. This is what got us into black-red yesterday. Mammoth Growth is playable. So is Skull Raid. So is Frost Peak. If you have Frost Peak has been a reasonable answer to how am I winning this game in a snow deck without a lot of bombs. But in this case, having just picked up a Sculptor, let's grab the Snow Forest. Although this is the thing I don't like about the snow mechanic and that Luis mentioned. I think it feels bad to pick basic lands in a draft. I just don't. When I'm doing that, I'm just feeling like I'm not doing it. Even if it's correct, it just feels like, really? I got a format where I have to pick basic lands over action. Snow Island called, but I see this Mistwalker, and I find that pretty appealing. Again, on the creature front, on the curve front, check out our curve here. We are, of course, we can put Packmate and Behold here, which we should to make myself feel better. But I like getting a nice 3. You want Snowland still? I'm going to take the Mistwalker. Snow Swamp, though, is going to be hard to beat. Certainly none of these things here beat Snow Swamp. And... Blue-red Snowland. Is it worth playing an ETB tap land? Again, it's opportunity cost, though. But Seasons, we're not really going to get much value out of Seasons. You think it's good here? Return up to 2 target snow permanents? We got, we have 3 total. I'm going to take the tap land on spec. Maybe we backdoor into enough snow here. Instant sorcery. We can take this, but I consider this a half color, not. Yeah, Berserker is fine. I think we do just to take although I don't know what our base colors are, which is also a problem here. But that's a 2-drop that can fill that slot in the curve that we don't really have filled well, so I'm okay with that. We'll take a... I don't want... we're best of 3. Broken Wings would be okay. Here, we'll take the Thief. And it's at least, you know, I was lamenting the lack of action in our colors. Not that these are going to be priorities for anybody else, but it is at least encouraging that both of the weak on-color cards that were in Pack 1 are still there for us. And now we have, look, okay, so... maybe we can get the Port. We can get a Pilfering Hawk if we think the snow is really coming. We have a Depart already. I think I'm going to take the Port because it looks like we're going to be 3 colors. We've got so that means we're going to have plenty of card quality, right? You know, if we're 3 colors, the card quality is going to be there. Where we'll have options. We'll have playables. So I like that there. Again, I don't want to do strategic planning ever if I can help it, but maybe we'll give Run Ashore a try. Raven form popped out first, but look, the snow-covered island came back. Are we snow? Like, I don't, maybe we waited out. Maybe we waited out everybody else and actually the snow is gonna flow now. Okay, well, I guess the table, like, we got to go hard into it now, but geez. After having wheeled it the first time, I think we can wheel it here. We could just take the Packmate still, though. What's Pyre of Heroes? Sacrifice creature, search your library for a creature card that shares a creature type with it. Okay, it's the scale it up. I don't think we want to do that. I'm still looking on Packmate here. Yeah. Yeah, we can return Narfi to the deck now. Ding. Hey, we're going to take that and not risk it not coming back. It looks like the table's uninterested, but this is exactly what we need, right? If we're going to do this. Funny, it looks like we're doing it the opposite of what LR was suggesting, but we kind of started there, and then it looks like maybe a bunch of people moved towards snow, and then we all stepped back, and I looked around and said, all right, we're going to lean in again. It's true, like, we could have risked it given what we saw, given last pick, literal last pick, like not even hated from us last pick 3 seasons. Maybe it's a sign that we could have just let this come around and take the generically good green card. Here's a generically good green card. What's this? Reflections, 4 and a blue enchantment. So creature type spells are copied. Cute, but I don't think that's necessarily what we're doing. Where's the changeling? I'm kind of... This is... We're probably going to wheel. What changeling? Maybe take this... Oh, this changeling? We'll wheel that too. Yeah, let's take... Oop, did I get it? Oh, I tried to take Herald. Sorry, missed. Ice Tunnel or another Struggle. Augury Raven, another 3 seasons we'll get back. I'm going to take the land again. I want all those creatures, but this is the discipline of this archetype. I do want to struggle. I'm new at this, at going this hard. I'm trying to follow the advice of my betters. Oh, this is good for us. Fantastic. Glad to see one of these. Good question on playables. We're at 34 in the deck, so like if we cut all this land... God. Oh my God, come on. I can't even cut the land because the roll... All right, never mind. Can't do this in... It's because it's mid-draft. That's why. I'm expecting it to do deck building things mid-draft, and that's not how that works. Snowy Sinkhole or Cool Duel? Let's get Cool Duel. I suppose the Snowlands are the cool duels, right? Wither Crown can do some stuff for us for sure. How good are we on creatures? We got 15 in the main deck right now, so maybe not quite like we would like. I like to have some extras to work with, but we can snow up the hawk here, right? Or we just want fat. We can just get we can just get the big body, which we don't really have. Yeah, I like that. Let's get a body. More lands that do stuff. Is this one good? Sure. All of our land is entering tapped, but we'll see how this works out. Hey, Raven coming back is excellent. That's a nice pickup. We can upgrade a creature there. Really sad that I missed the 3-drop green-black too. I should have had that highlighted. That was a mistake to let that pick slip by. I don't think it's not super important, but it was silly not to have it selected. Yeah, did I miss the arachnoform? Yeah, you know what? I'm drafting. Oh no, I did get it. Okay, good. Like I kind of drafting like I'm not best of 3. I should have been more focused on sideboarding when considering this draft. Well, with all these lands in, looks like it's asking for 6 cuts from a 17 lander, which I think we want to be 17 land because we have. Where's the ramping? Between. Wait, I know we have a... Did we not pick up one of those? What's going on? I swear we did. Didn't we get a... Oh, sorry, it just didn't have the right border. Again, these looked white to me. This didn't pop to me. But Sculptor and even to an extent 3 Seasons, but Sculptor and the Frost are really going to help with ramp. But with 2 Behold the Multiverse, and I mean, we don't have a huge top end. I don't know. On the one hand, this deck looks like it's going to have a lot of things to do. On the other hand, we don't have like some huge top end. So I'm just trying to figure out if but we're also best of 3, so we're not getting any algorithm smoothing of our openers. Yeah, our lands are top end. That's a great point. We are looking to sack our lands often. That's going to actually hurt. When we use these, we lose a land. Great point. So I do feel like all those are adding up to still keeping 17 at least here. 17 plus the rampers, I think it seems correct. So then now let's see what our creature count is. 17, 12. We can trim from either side, really. And let's look at our creatures with the T:CRE command. I think we can say we're not looking to engage in combat enough for that 1 drop. You'd run 2 Seasons, but not 1. What's you talking this? Yeah, I wonder if it says, does it tell what our snow is here? And if not, why not? We need it. But we can do it up here. We can go type snow. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snow lands. 10 total snow permanents. So about 1 in 4 cards are going to be snow. Yeah, that's true. Horizon Seeker, in a sense, somewhat belongs up here in that it gets these. Well, they don't naturally go to the yard, but this does mill. But it only mills 3. So that's kind of the reason you do the math. We are 1 in 4. Like if our graveyard is empty and we play the 3 Seasons, we are more likely to not hit a snow card than we are likely to hit one. So I think that's a good cut. Let's cut that. Rune could probably go as just... Whoa, that's look at that visual bug. Look, we've got a Rune of Might that's a green-blue and does nothing. I don't recommend paying 2 mana in a card to do literal nothing, but the art is cool. Yeah, it's not a reading stream anyway. I think it's just custom for me, right? Like, as if, Ryan. Oh, we also have Path, which somebody else mentioned, and I didn't say it. It's not like maybe we even. I think we have to play the Path because it fetches snow. But I don't think we have any chance at. It may as well be almost textless because we're not doing that thing. Oh, now everything's textless? That's a little annoying. I was kind of chuckling about it, but I wonder, how do we get it to stop? Does that work? There we go, that worked. That's true. Sculptor plus Frost could get us there, and Shimmerdrift Veil if we got this late and we're like, hey, let's put this on white and then we can do it. You know, we have Ford too. So yeah, I guess we can. I take it back. It's a longer shot than many decks, but we could do it. Mentor, you want out? Let me get back to the view I want here, and then we'll finish this deck up already. Yeah, Mentor could go. Where are we at on creatures? 16. So like our worst creatures are like the Mentor and the Faithful. Faithful Mills, does we care about that? It's just so easy to kill. I don't like it very much. This is also pretty weak, honestly. Yeah, let's cut Faithful. I think that's the thing I'm least impressed with here. And then maybe we could even cut more creatures if we wanted, but I don't know if we care about Rune. It does some things. You know, it replaces itself. We have some card draw. It would allow us to exchange, you know, we could exchange, because if you exchange control, if I put a Rune of Might on one of my creatures and I exchange control of it, it doesn't actually like move the rune. It actually we effectively get to keep the rune and steal their creature. Kind of the same thing with Wither Crown if they happen to leave a Wither Crown. So let's cut the Run Ashore. I'm not sold on that card yet. I'm now enamored with the idea of Rune working with the Trickster Gods heist. You want to cut the Pet? You think Mentor and Seekers are better than the Pet? This thing can get, you know, it doesn't... 1 activation, it's okay. 2 activations, you're super happy. You don't think we're double spelling much? I don't know, with all this Foretell, I think we can double spell quite easily, actually. I mean, if we move all of our Foretell into that slot. Yeah, token for donating is a great point. Are you comfortable going down another creature? I guess we can lose 1 more creature and not be in terrible shape, but I don't love it. Again, here we are at the way down to me cutting creatures. I mean, this is why I don't know. I still think you got to run one, but this is how it can be a dead card. And that leaves us with finding one more thing to let go of. Depart the Depart. Yeah, Depart is pretty tempo-y, and we can bring it in if we get to bounce our stuff for value. Like if we're facing aura-based removal, I like the Depart a lot more because it's we can bounce our stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I like it. Good call, chat. I think we found our final cut. I am curious how this works out. Now let's see about collapsing this and figuring out our mana. Really, the early blue is all foretellable. So we want... Our first blue source is needed on 3. Black has Berserker and Wither Crown, although Wither Crown's really a late play as well. Berserker's in here. If I could swap this for any random green bear, I would. Saga, Jinx points out that we could Saga, we could bounce our Sagas. That's an interesting point. I'm gonna stick with this just so we can get going, but maybe we should be like thinking about going a little creature lighter. Yeah, here you go. Not that bad. Well, Tron saw it, and Jinx managed to get it in front of my eyeballs, at least. You never know what I'm going to see. I'm mostly staring at Magic cards, not chat at this time, so... The credit, there's not a lot of justice in chat credit when the streamer is focused on the game at hand. But you all know what's what. Okay, so let's get the depart in, and maybe I'll pull the final cut then. Let's figure out our final cut. Give me your cut nominations. Berserker, let's call it, yeah. Berserker. Way, I'll call down for way down. Cut the way down. Anything Frost. Crown was called. Cut the crown. So we can cut the down. So suggestions are cut way down, which we'll call down. Cut Wither Crown, which we'll call crown. Cut Berserker. So it looks like people are interested in reducing the early black here with this cut. I don't see anybody else suggesting literally anything else. So I will run those 3. We'll accept. If there's 60 seconds is probably too long here. Go ahead and vote, and if there's a clear favorite, I'll just get on with it. Down. Oh, sorry. Well, you can vote for Frost, and I'm doing kind of a eyeballing anyway, so go ahead and vote for Frost if you want. It doesn't look like it's winning. What Frost were you even talking about? I guess I didn't use it on purpose. I think everything that says Frost on it, I want. I'm not cutting Glittering Frost. Am I missing something? Well, now we're right there anyway. All right. It's a clear cut. Now we can do our mana. We know what's up. We still have this Berserker, so black is somewhat important, but it can be a curve filler on 4, 2 spell on 4 or whatever. The other thing we could do is like cut Berserker for the pet, just put this off a little bit instead of having a 2-drop. I'm just worried that if we don't have black on 2, what is this card doing? We're not pumping it. Like, are we doing anything to pump this? Anyway, so I'm worried that this isn't doing much, but we'll start here as chat has worked out with me. We do want heavy enough green that we can play this path, play our Sculptor of Winter, and start doing stuff early. So I would say let's see what the system has suggested here. Oh, come on. In terms of sources. So let's start with the green count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green. That does not seem enough. We gotta up the green for sure. Let's see where we're at elsewhere. Blue is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's way too much blue. So we're gonna really, although yeah, we like cutting the basic island. There's not, trouble is all of our blue is tied up in things we're not cutting anyway. So like basically we're trying to avoid putting Shimmer Drift on blue. Like we really want Shimmer Drift to be something other than blue, because we have a lot of ETB tapped blue sources and one blue snow basic that we're not going to cut. So like I've cut all the blue I can cut from the lands right now. And then, so we'll probably add back a forest there, but then back to black. Black has 1, 4, 5, 6. See, that's where I don't like the Berserker with only 6 black sources, because I do want to add, like, we got to add green. What's my land count? Maybe I counted wrong and somehow we have more spots. No, we don't. We're at 40. Yeah, that's 17. That's kind of rough. Yeah, it's the Devil's Mana base at this rate, but I don't like that. We're kind of compelled into it on the blue, but we're not really compelled into it on the black. Maybe this is actually a sign that we need to, like, make it base blue. Yeah, we just don't have the tools, though. The tools just aren't here. We don't need much black early, so we've got, but this is where I'm not loving the Berserker, and I kind of feel like it should almost be the Intruder over the Berserker. This is pretty low impact if we're looking to go long, though. Yeah, that's true. If we look at path, I didn't count path. I should have. I moved it and then forgot it. So that's good. Everything but green got a +1 from the path observation. That's a very good point. And same with the where did it go? He keeps moving stuff around. Glittering Frost. Yeah, these frames are getting me. So green fixes that. That makes me feel a lot better. But it does make me feel that green is that much more important. So that gives us 5, 6, 7, 8, with a possible Veil 9, and then Path and Frost helping us with everything else. All right, I'm going to run this and be worried about that Berserker. We'll see if... I feel like I'm going to change this Berserker before the... I like just Hazy Shade, so a little wink to those who get it, but not too spoilery. Hazy Shade could also describe my interactions with the Roberts each morning. It refers to the, well, let's see, who popularized this? It was written by Paul Simon, but I can't remember if he recorded it first. Hazy Shade of Winter. The Bangles had the most popular version, but it's an older song. Yeah, Mamas and Papas sounds like the correct answer for who the first hit with it was, right? Back at you, Rob. We all have fun around here. Chances are, if I'm giving you a hard time, it's because I like you a lot and think you can handle it. That you've hung out here enough that you can take a chuck on the shoulder in the spirit intended. Do you know what the 3 seasons are that the saga is about? Isn't it summer, winter, and construction? Oh, that's just Minnesota. I don't know about Kaldheim. All right, I got some bling to add. Mirage Lands for our friend Tron. Not much to work with, Tron. You don't get to see much Mirage Lands today. You get 2 swamps and 5 forests. That's what you have redeemed today. Jake Opaque, Minnesota Strong. Yes, I went to college at McAllister College in St. Paul, Minnesota. Spent 4 years there. It's kind of where I fell in love with Prince. When I went to college, I thought of Prince as like, oh yeah, he had that Purple Rain album that is totally uncool now. This was for me like 1990, right? Like 5 years after Purple Rain, 5-6 years after Purple Rain, and then I learned he was actually a genius, and I should shut up. Let's pull this and go. Oh, let me also update this. Oh no, it's traditional is right. Okay. Yeah, I was into Jane's Addiction at the time. Still into Jane's Addiction, but I was obsessed with Jane's Addiction at the time. Yeah, Zarkov, I'm with you. I think we're playing first just because we're entering tapped so often, we want to be sure we're doing it. Now, if you can show me the basic on top, this would be fine, because we could go into Sculptor and World Tree and fix everything, but gotta mulligan this. All right, this we can keep, and here we are with my concern front and center. Berserker in a hand with no ability to cast it early, so we're going to keep this and ditch the Berserker. So we found Berserker's use. Jane's Addiction was my second concert experience. Saw them in 1988 on the Nothing Shocking tour, before they were huge and big time. I'm not on the front edge of most band, you know. I mean, I guess now I listen to KXP and stuff, and they inform me. But like from a youth standpoint, being way ahead of the game on Jane's Addiction was one of my things that made me feel like, yeah, I have taste. Let's go Horizon Seeker and try to find our black source on the next turn with an attack. That would be nice. I was pretty proud to be hipster about anything when I was 19 or whatever. Oh, I restarted. CBL might be wonky. It's showing as open, but I gave it focus. Often that fixes it. Too bad they got this shield mate. That's unfortunate. We could cast Behold. If we find our bounce, we could consider using the bounce, but I think we need to just accept trading off the Seeker in exchange for a swamp. Snow Swamp, of course. And we can Behold. I'll save it. This is, we're going to, you can just cast this while blue shields are down, but we expect them to do something on their turn, and I like threatening something here. Nice to present something to worry about for Oppo. My first concert was Huey Lewis and the News. Longtime viewers around here have heard me talk about that. The Huey Lewis and the News into Jane's Addiction. I doubt many others have that pathway as their opening concert experiences. Can keep more snow land. Definitely want this pack mate. Do we want this snow land? We do have a land to play But we a snowland gives us 3 for Narfi, so let's keep it for that purpose. Keep both of these. And I don't like messing around here in terms of, I just like dropping a forest in the Outrider and saying, here's a big thing, can you stop it? And then we'll worry about plan B after they can't stop a 5/5. There's like 5/5, what are you gonna do? Maybe they counter it right here and we go, okay, they stopped plan A. But I like plan A, big dumb beef. What's this? Flash flying, foretelling cards from your hand costs 1 less and can be done on any player's turn. Cool. Fun, I mean, just it's a 3/3 flyer for 4 with flash. It's just, this is a great rare. Love it. Yeah, we're gonna crown that up, right? And if we draw a basic land, maybe go a Packmate Crown hard cast. Yeah, I saw you two on the Zoo TV tour. It was quite a show, but it was in the Kingdom for me, and it was so echoey. The music was hard to enjoy. Oh no, I also saw him on the Pop tour. All right, so back to the task at hand. Let's go ahead and just crown the Charger and play a tap land, and then maybe we can. Yeah, and then foretell one of these two. If we foretell Depart, we could actually cast it on their turn, potentially. Mate and look for land. That's dangerous, because if we don't find it, Mike, then we don't get to crown this. And I want to get the crown on that right away. So I'm going to do the crown. Oh, well, I'm going to do the attack like you're supposed to. We can take 3 more, but it's the powering up of the foretell that's going up. I mean, they just gained 3 mana up here. I'm worried, and maybe they're done, maybe they have no more, but I'm just worried about the value train that the Charger continues to represent. The most fun, the best show, the best concert show in terms of the trappings for me has been the Flaming Lips. If you want to go to a 3-hour party or whatever, go to a Flaming Lips show. Anyway, yeah, utility land. There is also just play Narfi. If we do want to give this, I'm going to stick with my plan. I don't know if this is right, but it's a plan. I still got plan A going here with the Outrider, so I like that we have this nice big threat out. And if they're beholding here, that's great for us. Oh, that was a good idea, Mike, but I don't think we had the chance. Like, they choose to sack and it's gone. Yeah, I don't think we had the chance. If we bounced it, they would choose not to sack. But I do think it's right that sacrificing the Charger is a punt. And that's, you know, I was talking earlier about writing down mistakes that I was making in this format. And that's one that I wrote down, Pablo, that there's this instinct that you got to sacrifice the crowned up creature right away because it's damaging you. But it's usually correct to take 1 point of damage and chump the huge thing that's coming at you the turn after, right? So that's one that I've tried to internalize, but it's also a mistake I've made. So no shame if you've done that too. Got a lot of snowlands now. We're going to start with just the attack, though. There's nothing we would want to do to... Well, maybe the Packmate would produce something. But I think we just want to go Narfi now anyway. And does Narfi pump? No. Yeah, Narfi keep up to part is fine. And I don't know if we need to do it before... We don't need to do Narfi before combat because this is not a snow or a zombie. But we'll attack with the depart ready. Yeah, no worries, Pablo. You can be terrible and identify a punt, right? We're going to depart that and put so much pressure, it's going to be very hard for them to recover. They might scoop to that. It's going to be hard for me to adjust my slang. I mean, are we really rebranding punts fumbles on this channel? I don't know if that'll stick, and I don't know if it's helpful to new people stopping by that we're using different language. I should read what my special lands do. This one can create a token copy. This one can reanimate a dead creature. So token copy seems sweet, but we don't even need to do that yet. We'll just pack mate. We could worry that this is a Wrath, but they would have used it already, and if we do, we get Narfi back anyway. So let's just go with a hard cast pack mate. I don't know if I want to dump hand. If they do draw a Wrath and cast it, although they might, yeah, they just don't, because they would need a land. I don't know. Just want to rune up the 5/5 now? Yeah, we can do that. I like that. It does something, it replaces itself. It was already going to be the thing that we're, you know... We can do this. They're in Doomscar colors, but either it was already... What? I didn't think that was likely because they would have fired that off last time, but that's all right. But this is why... well, we both called it, Tron. Like, I was worried. Like, I called... Well, what I called was that it didn't make sense to me that they would have it because I felt like they would have already fired it off. But, yeah, we'll just Narfi it up. Oh, we don't even need to do that now. We just need to make sure we save our Snowland. So, how can we do it all? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can do it all even. I think. Let's see. Snow, snow... Snow. Yeah, the point is, like, we can use our snow-covered swamp and still have the snow for Narfi was my concern. Oh, yeah, sorry, I do owe a meme, too. Here you go.
Gee, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain.
Thanks, Hat. We play around all the Wraths by having Narfi in our deck, unless there's an Exile Wrath I'm not thinking about. They're going to get what? Shield Mate? It's going to give them some blocking. But we've got quite the attacking. Thought Thief, we could... do that, but let's see. What don't we have stuff? We have stuff. We can mill and return something tapped. Do we have any ETB effects? This is nice to ETB. And yeah, we could copy. What do you want to copy? Return packmate and then copy. And this can be done at instant speed, right? So let's just when we swing away, right? These, they have to do some blocking. We don't really care about the Berserker anyway, and everything else trades. And they're just going to put the Shield Mate on the Recluse and maybe eat the Berserker, but we don't care either way. I'm going to start with this attack. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can do Thief and activate the land. Make them trade for Narfi. What did you want to do, Mike? I missed Mike's line, but I gotta keep going here. I was just going for the extra damage, but maybe that was wrong. And then if we're doing that one, we go this, and like this here. They can keep that. That doesn't really help them. Why? This doesn't do anything for the first turn. And this is instant, right? So we can do that at the end of their turn. All right. Draw 4, then make their stuff huge would be good if the game wasn't close to being over. I'm trying to just put this away. And I feel like if they spend their turn casting this, we can put it away. Maybe I shouldn't leave them with this if they do stabilize here. So there is that. Oh, wait, I thought this was... Did I... Oh, maybe I tapped wrong. Yeah, I must have... No, I didn't forget. It auto-passed. I must have mistapped my mana. I'm sorry, guys. It's tough with all these lands. I think I must have punted the my tapping. With the rope going down in 3 colors. Oh, it cost 7? Okay, then we just miscounted then. So that changes things. Now I'm sad that they have this, but we can still push it. So let's go get it, though. You want to swing the 4/3, but copy Narfi? Sure. Yeah, good call. Start with a swing, though. Copy Narfi, then we get our Narfi back in the yard, and then if they kill the new Narfi, old Narfi comes back. I like that. Good call, chat. This is a sorcery, though, so we got to do it now. And yeah, leaving us our snowland seems fine. Narfi, Narfi, Narfi. Choose this one. Narfi! So now they're getting some value town, but at least understand that I thought we were going to have a 3/3 on board that we were pressuring with right now. Yeah, Pablo, but it's only happening because I misplayed, right? Like I think the sense of giving them this was okay. I just if what I thought was true about the game was actually true. Instead, my lies are costing me. Let's see what they got. Glimpse. At least if they're glimpsing, that's a lot of action here. And this is a best of 3 too. I got to keep in mind that, like, I'm 1550 to their 26. Like, I'm 10 minutes behind. So this is a complicated deck, and I need to own the mistakes I'm going to make, but also not lose to clock in this best of 3. And I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we just double spell these. Start with the one that draws us a card, though. And we can play this land and do this. They can verdict our token, but we have the real deal in the yard to get back. Braggart is a blocker, but just a 3/3. Veils some land, but it enters tap, so it doesn't really affect this turn. Yeah, great call. I should read my lands. This one actually kills a 2/2, so we can remove a blocker with this land. That's going to be pretty huge if we keep enough power on board. Oh, no longer. We forgot this part. Hey, there you go. Just like we drew it up, just like I planned it. Shut your lying mouths about how lucky I am. All right, good win. Glad I got it because I used a lot of clock to do so. Got to keep that in mind as I face a complicated deck in a complicated set with especially complicated lands. Oh my goodness. I can barely see these. And like knowing how much each of these uncommon lands needs to do its thing and the snow, this land base is just very complicated. Yeah, we know they have a board wipe. What do we do with that? Arachniform, they do have a lot of flying going on in white here. But yeah, we did see that that's just like a problem, right? Let's find something at like way down is even better if they're going to Wrath. We can expect some things to be dead more often in this game. Draugr to get stuff back. So let's do a way down. I'm interested in maybe even the Draugr. Although we have that in our lands, I think we'll just stick with the kind of recursiveness we have inherently in Narfi and in our lands. But this is a great recovery from a Wrath, you know, 2 for 1. But we don't have I don't know if we have the creature type overlap to necessarily ensure this is a 2 for 1. So let's just go with this. Yeah, run ashore east. Maybe I can consider that if we go to 3. Hopefully we just get lucky again and take it in 2 and move on. Now, I've stated our goal is to not name blue with this since we have so many other lands that tap. So I'm going to keep... but I'm wondering, do I have the guts to not name blue and know that we can foretell the multiverse and eventually find blue? I don't think I can. I think we have Packmate though. We could wait until turn 3. I hate doing that, but that's fair. We do have double foretell. Okay, I'm going to do that. I like that. I don't love it, but I like it. Waiting until turn 3 on the tap land lets us go Packmate, and then lets us foretell Packmate and cast Packmate, giving us a lot of information about where we're going to end up. And we found our blue. Awesome. And I think we still want to play this tapped because we have the Packmate anyway. So I'm going to start with playing the Packmate and then drifting on black almost certainly. Although we could just do this now. This has to enter tapped, and maybe we decide... Although we might want to Wither Crown next turn, so I'm just going to do this for black. You can shove your punts. Unless you can tell me the objective mistake that was made. You can agree that we could have bounced the bird, but what if I want a 3-3? Yeah, right. I quote, let them draw a card off the saga. I also have a Packmate in play. I also, I mean, I don't know, calling it a punt's extreme. Yeah. Can we take that command off? Let's just kill punting entirely. How about that? And we can just talk about what we think about things. That's kind of, maybe that's going to be my decision. How about punting punts? Anyway, I'm going to start. That's going to move on. All right. I'm going to start with an attack. That one enters tapped every time. Yep, I like that. Yeah, but nobody uses that. I don't know if D would survive the killing of punt, but I'm finding it less and less useful and more tilting. Okay, D, don't let the door hit you, buddy. I don't need you, man. I like you, but I don't need you. But now I gotta focus on this game, where I'm being extra silly and extra time negative. So, Guardian could wear a crown, and then we could. I like then foretelling the depart, and possibly having that as bounce. Let's do that. And I'll be the aggro here. Trade 1 for 1. Not departing that token just because it would kill it. I think this is more valuable as a tempo play. Also, they're playing white-blue, which has a lot of aura-based removal, so we can save our own stuff out from under a... Oh, what's the blue one called? The don't untap aura, and of course the drenched in gold. Bind, that's it. Now they get it. Yeah, right. Oppo playing the Wither Crown correctly here, stalling our Packmate, but we'll get wide enough that we can at least attack into it. Right now, still no reason to attack with Packmate. But yeah, we are on Mentor Foretell. It's going to keep Depart the Realm from being available to us, but I like maxing the mana here, giving him a turn. With the pausing here, I'm kind of expecting a Behold from them before untapping. It suggests they have instant speed and they're not doing anything in interact or stop us, so it probably means they're going to draw cards. No, really. I'm surprised that they untapped with with all that extra mana. Yeah, I am too, Dynamo. I thought there was something up there, but apparently not. Ah, there you go. That's what I forgot. I kind of forgot Oppo had that. Yeah. I was failing to play around that, but let's draw and try to reload. Yeah, that looks good. Just reload. We're fine. Yeah, it's best of 3. It's best of 3, which is why it's kind of a mistake for me to not consider that possibility in my plays. Yeah, these beholds are going to save us, but it was sloppy to not consider this. And yeah, you know what? Take punt off. We're going to try at least an experiment of remove the punt command. If you feel the need to punt me, let's talk about the plays and not even worry about punting. I want to try no punt for a little bit. Ooh, nice. Glittering Frast. It's a long way to go. I think we just want more cards, and we might want to do it just hard cast right here. This is where I'm going to be lazy and let it choose for me. Yeah, we could Frost and Kennel. That does put pressure on. You want to do that? We do. Yeah, keeping up Depart is interesting as well. Kind of want it here, 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 here. Frost Kennel leaves up Depart, does it? I don't think it does. But, oh yeah, because we can play this land. Sorry, you're right, it does. So we'll do that. I like that then. If it didn't leave up Depart, I don't think I would want to do it, but I like the, I like it, Mike, with the Depart ready. Because then we can get aggro, as aggro as we can and refill next turn and have a tempo play or a saving play if we need to. If Oppo goes to kill either of these, I'll save him. We saw this before. That's going to be pretty good for them. Maybe we could bounce that. But they still get to play them. It wouldn't stop them from being able to play them next turn, so there's no point. No, just the Doomscar in the yard. What'd they find? Glimpse, Charger, Spirit. Great deck from Oppo. If we can get away with a win here, I'll be happy. A, because I didn't clock out, and B, because we beat an excellent deck from Oppo. I love this deck. I will save my Raven. We need to keep our attacking on. Rune of Might. Nice, since it turns this from a trade to a win and some damage. I like that first. Also got to remember my special lands. Again, I'm like, I got this land that does something. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe. I'm going to start with an attack here, though. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 says we can't 2-spell, but we might if we behold into land. So I'm going to do that. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. It's beef and a play. Maybe I was supposed to save this to throw on the Augury Raven and get through the Cosmos Charger. But at least it trades with the Charger if they go for that play. Starting to look like Trouble Town for us. Might have to scoop for time purposes. Yeah, I gotta remember that tomorrow. Narfi's nice. Let's go do what we can here. That's all getting big. Yeah, this is looking over. Copy Raven maybe is all we've got. But it's return, not copy anyway. That's the other land. So return would give us back Mistwalker. Yeah, all right, we'll go Narfi Kinseekers then, and we're not dead. Recluse blocks flyers and is a body. That might be enough. I don't know, I gotta decide here. I'm just chewing away my clock. It's bad. There's a part, maybe I'm supposed to just scoop this and try and win game 3, but we have a chance here in game 2 still. So we should try and make the best of it. That really hurts though. Really wish we had the naturalized effects in the board for these. I mean, we do have bounce, but yeah, let's scoop now. Maybe there was an out there, but I think that was going to be hard for me to find a win in time, and it certainly wasn't guaranteed. I'd rather start here. The clock doesn't affect us at sideboarding though, so we can go. It's okay. Anything? Let's put the run ashore back. Run ashore, and we were talking about potentially doing that. If we had a game 3, and maybe it's even better than the way down. And yeah, not forgetting Doomscar would be a good way. Although I'm not sure I can play around Doomscar, Molecule Man, like with our clock and everything. I'm gonna have to play fast and tilt more aggressive. I've put myself in a clock situation where I don't have all plays available to me. Speaking of, NFL talk or whatever, the different situations allow you different plays. And I've put myself in a clock position where I don't have the luxury of like thinking about going super long to the extent that maybe I should be thinking about more aggressive inclusions. The trouble is I don't think any of these add to the aggression enough to actually swing that, to swing it that way. We talked about Raise the Draugr last sideboarding and determined that we just don't have enough crossover in creature types to be... And we got a couple of shapeshifters that help, and we even did manage to like Kinseekers for a token, so it's not impossible. It's just not super likely that we're going to be pulling 2 from the yard. But I do want the other run ashore, or the other bounce effect with the run ashore. So now what am I cutting? I got 30 seconds to figure it out. We could just recut the way down. But we have stuff to kill, like that rare dies to this. We've been a little flooded. I could cut a land. 10 seconds. Yeah, I guess this is what we didn't have in before, and I like the run ashore better for what we're seeing. All right, give us an aggro draw, and I will focus on speed here because I don't want to lose to time. We got to keep this. Got a pack mate on 2, play it on 3, if nothing else. Basic land off the top would be great, because I would love to just hard cast this Recluse and then find, do Pack Mate plus possibly Rune on 4. Did not get the basic, so I'm going to go ahead and Pack Mate. But at least we got a land, so that's cool. And we did get a basic here, but it doesn't do anything for us. We tap land now and have 4 lands next turn. Possibly Wither Crown Rune. Possibly just Spider. Yeah, Binding would be available, but obviously nothing to do for it, so we're just going to play this. They could be working the Doomscar angle, but they don't have any planes yet, and I don't mind deploying 2, but now I'm going to try and remember about Doomscar. Although that's, they're deploying creatures to the board, so... And still aren't showing any white sources. Interesting. So... I like, will we go Binding... the Kinseekers and swing, and do they want to block or not? Rune on Wolf does enable attacks. And then Wither Crown. We can do Rune and Wither Crown. Let's do Rune, leaving up Wither Crown. Possibility. Interesting. The Ice Tunnel is a nice draw as well. I think we're offering the Recluse, right? So let's just send everything. I'd trade Recluse for either of those creatures. They're going with that. Interesting. So, D. Okay, I'm gonna like ban you, man. It's not funny. You're distracting me at a time where I really don't need that. I think we gotta kill the big flyer, kill the flyer, and crown down. And I actually don't need the crown. Let's foretell. If we need to, we can use this to clear the Seeker. If they don't, yeah, they found some white now. See what they can do with that. So I like, we got a Frost, the Forest, but then we can't, then we can only crown. I think I need the Raven out. So what else am I doing besides the Raven? If I go Frost, I cannot Raven. No, I can Raven, but I can't do anything else. So yeah, 5/5 is just big. Maybe 5/5 is fine. Yeah, the pick is better than it looks, and I'm giving it a chance these days. I like the 5/5. Let's get big. I like it. And we can offer for the Spirit, and that's a fine trade if they want to block it. I just don't want them to make more chumps. We could bind the bound. Interesting. We can bind the bind and unlock their Outrider and attack. That might be correct. And with that, I can actually do it here. Oppo is struggling on colors, but has recovered nicely, and now we're up against it. Again, I really like Oppo's deck, so no, not going to be bummed about dropping a match to this. Very, very cool stuff here. Depart the realm. Can we somehow get there? Run ashore. Plus depart the realm. Yeah, we can depart the double block, but I think we're just dead on the crack now. Yeah, just with the depart. That's all we got. Yeah, they're just chumping. That's what I was figuring. They just chump their way to victory now. But we can do this. Hold up depart, and we got to crown something. I guess we crown the thing that's doing a lot of damage and is flying, and then we can depart. Now, of course, they're going to learn about our bouncy. Oh no, wait, is that already passed? Oh, when it damages us, yes, gotcha. Saga-rific over there for Oppo. Yeah, that's weird, huh? Jake can't handle it. We're trying to keep the air clear. Yeah, I don't know. Watching on mobile, I got somebody who wanted, yeah, I don't know what we do about that. Double death touch. What can we do? What can we do? Yeah, true. We could have bounced our own Saga. That's a good idea, Haj. I think I'm just done for, though. Kind of losing on clock. What do we want to do? Lose on clock or damage? I guess we're not dead with the run ashore. Don't we have to send both? I think we have to send both. And then try to not die with the run ashore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't cast both of these. Yeah, but it's death touch. Oh, letting myself get to under a minute on clock was the bad choice here, gang. I don't care about the bad choices I'm making as a result as much as I care about the fact that I let this happen. Like, yes, I'm making suboptimal decisions with the 40-second clock. It's not my takeaway. My takeaway is don't let this happen, Ryan. And when faced, so to flip it, when trying to mitigate this situation, the attack was quite warranted because all I can do is try to win in the time allotted. I don't know. I'm just gonna lose though. Yeah, Jane's addiction's fault. I can't, gang, I can't win. I'm too bummed on that one. I don't even care. I don't care if I had a chance. I already feel like I lost on my choices there. It doesn't matter. I couldn't see it. You saw it. I didn't. I was not going to see it in 30 seconds. I'm moving on. And if you think we 100% had the win, I don't know. They had a lot of cards and things to do left. Maybe you saw 100% win, but... All right. Maybe I need to play aggro so that I can actually make sensible decisions in time. Okay, looks good. Dreamy. Yeah, it's never going to happen, true. It's not like I don't understand that basic concept, man. It's not like I don't. I'm gonna go with the Thought Thief. See what's coming. Rune of Might. That turns this into something that can attack successfully into 2/2s, so I actually like keeping that. Here's a thought, D. Don't test the punt button when the streamer just said, I don't want any more punts. How about not testing the punt button? That's a thought. All right, Rune. I got not punished by not drawing a non-blue source. I meant to tap this, not this. I just let auto tap mess me up there, but we still got there. This doesn't look very good in this matchup yet. Maybe they'll show something worth swapping. Oh, CBL blinked off. I gave it priority early and it was working for people and then it stopped. Looks like I gave it focus again. Let me know if that helped. I think we need to draw cards here and look for a land. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to bin everything, not a land. That looks better. We can even provide a Recluse to try and get that Raven. I'm going to keep attacking here. Maybe I'm making ill-advised racing decisions, but the Recluse makes me like it. And we do have binding and stuff behind. But yeah, this is what I was afraid of, right? Now we take a big smack. Sculptor is a bit late. Can we do anything to recover here? We can hold on the ground. We could kill the flyer. On the ground, we block here. We're still taking 4. And I don't... I thought that if that blocker survived, we could be that we were, but I think the mistake there was presuming that that blocker would survive. I don't think that was smart thinking. But that's what I was thinking, at least. Like, with this blocking the flyer, we're okay. And then, of course, we just got... And also, what really hurt us there in that assessment is, like, when I was assessing all of the things that could happen there, what I was thinking of was either... if they have a removal spell and they kill our blocker, okay, they kill our blocker and they get in for, this much. But if by killing the blocker with a 4/2 and hasting it, they got much better action than I was expecting. That being said, I should have expected it, I think, more than that. So I acknowledge that. Now, what are we doing against red, blue, slam our face? Maybe we need something like this. This starts to look better to me. Yeah, way down looks better. I want to get early. I want to cut the Trickster God. I think that's too cute for what they're up to. Yeah, I keep not wanting to bring in Raise because it keeps not getting two things reliably enough for us. But I do like bringing in the Intruder in this matchup. It also is destined to die. We could bring in the Faithful to get some life. Yeah, Mike saw that too. I think we cut some of our... Like, we can even cut a Kennel Master. And maybe a Mentor is nice because it goes wide a little bit. Like that, But we are getting a little choked. Like, maybe the Mentor is what we cut for that to reduce. Yeah, Thought Thief looks weak, but it's on 3. I'm gonna do that just because I want to keep 3-drop creatures. 4-drop Changeling was another possibility there, East, but I think that blocks really well. I think the 4-drop Changeling blocks better than the card I cut. Even though the card I cut blocks 2 things, I like the 5 toughness. All right, we're in this spot again. We want both of these colors. We don't have much to do. We're up against aggro. Can we keep this? If we go put this on blue... This time I don't think we necessarily have the time to do what we did last time in terms of waiting until 3 to decide on the Shimmer Drift. And maybe this is just good enough. Especially with the rune. Yeah, let's keep. But I think we need to play this and play it on blue, right? I just feel like we don't have the time in this matchup to risk it. To risk not playing this on 3 because we end up on 3 with 2 forests in play and only a Veil in hand. That's the concern. Packmate's a nice draw. All right, cool. We found a black source anyway, so that's a nice save there. And we're going to continue with the plan of Mistwalker. Mike like Tapland Wolf. Yeah, maybe I should have just gotten more. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking so defensively. Yeah, look, see, and it worked out in a sense. Now. I like Packmate, but even if we draw, like, I'm gonna play this Ice Tunnel, I think. We're gonna do this here. And now no attacks. I like Rune on Misty eventually, but I like getting the Packmate going, especially with our low land count. Digging for land seemed good. There's our 5th land. We can... shrinking this Calamity Bearer down to 0 toughness is some good. That seems fine. But yeah, we can make a 5/5 first. I like this is going to be there eventually, though. And is this blocking? I still want this to block the Berserker, especially if they kill the Outrider. Yeah, Rune on the Berserker is interesting. But I'm going to say no attack. Yeah, it's cute, but I kind of like making a 6/6 trampler over a 3/3 that dies for value. Let's see. It is an extra body, assuming the death. Depart the realm here. I like the rune on the rider, though. That's where I'm going to start. You say, oh yeah, we're into open mana. Sorry, it's a good point. I'm a little scattered today. Jeez. No, I'm with Haj. We don't want to do that into open mana if we have things we can do instead, and we do. We can just play a couple of creatures, and then if they go for, well, we could Wither Crown first. Yeah, let's Crown first. That we don't care if they do anything about. Haj says no. I like this. Yeah, but it takes away the trade. I mean, like, if we don't deal with the bearer, it gets to trade with the outrider. I like, because of that, Haj. Yeah, we attack Misty 2 and can offer the pack mate. But I'll wait. Let them not block. Maybe they don't block with the... Maybe that's right. Maybe they don't block with the bearer, and that's what Haj and Skeptical Hat are on. You know, they just don't think they make that block, and we can just do it afterwards. Maybe. I didn't want to lose that, so I did the sure thing, I guess. And maybe I am supposed to be beat down and make that offer. But one thing that held me back on the pack mate is that if we rune up the pack mate, both of these attack through the Berserker. But it's probably wrong to think that the 4/4 is going to be the difference after they have another turn. Did it die again? Well, let me just restart Cardboard Live entirely. It sounds like it had some trouble, as it does sometimes. All right, CBL reset. Hopefully that helps you all out. And feeling a little better about runing, but 2 mana could mean easily could mean direct damage at instant speed in this format. So I kind of like just attacking with everything with Depart up, and although I you know, I do have Depart so that if I rune, we could save it. Demon Bolt can't kill the 5/5, that's true. So rune on 5/5 is safe. Good point. All right, that makes me want to do that. Although, let's do it. Let's think about mana. I like it with a swamp and a forest here. OP, Oppo's probably like, my opponent needs to get on with this game. But we are aggro, we are the beatdown now, I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, we can path. I don't even want to save that, they can have it. Milling is beneficial, they can have this too. We will path for a, let's see, we can path for anything we want, because we have the black to cast the Death Knell. We're going to get some sort of snow basic. So, Island? Island is more demanding for us than Swamp. Mike says swamp. I liked island for the extra blue. We have 2 black already, and not much of a demand on our black mana, whereas we've had some situations where we wanted multiple blue sources. That's fair. Mike brings up the special lands we have. Hopefully we'll find it before then. Well, we're just trying to get him dead anyway. We can depart this and swing in for 6, 7, 8, and a couple of pumps. Blue there. Yeah, Port got milled. So I don't think we have him GG dead, but we have him pretty darn. So I'm going to bounce this. And, well, they got 3 cards too. Like, we're not certain to get them to 1. But I like applying max pressure. Although there is an argument, since we don't kill them, to just at least just pump the Mistwalker once and foretell the Behold. I'm starting to like that a little better. Unless we think it, unless it means clock stuff. Yeah, I don't think it changes the clock in any way that we're super concerned about. So I'm going to leave Behold Foretell available. Looks like good save, because that was going to die anyway. Where are we on path? We have of course our core colors. We need the frost enchantment before we could ever activate the world tree, I think. We worked out that we could, but we need that aura to do it. And the aura and either the sculptor or the red tap duel. So it's a 2-stage effort anyway. This is probably not firing off. Yeah, Oppo has given themselves some outs. Although glad to see all that land. We're going to start with our own card draw, and let's do. Are we doing this? So we make a token copy of the Outrider. Lethal's on board. Yeah, right. They have. They're taking 4 trample. Yeah, right now we got lethal, so we win, right? Sorry, forgot trample math there. Trample math gets it done. But look, y'all made me win instead of drawing cards. It kind of doesn't feel fair. Like, I didn't even cast that. I should have at least cast it before I won. There's like 4+ turns I could have controlled that board beyond that one. Any further changes? We could get smaller, even with like Infernal Pet over Outrider did work there. I think this is a good send back. Yeah, the 5 toughness against the Demon Bolts. No joke. Another we can keep. We don't have snow yet to sculpt, but we'll decide what turn 2 we do, whether sculptor or foretell is correct there. But now with the Ford, it's pretty easy. Snowland, Forest, Sculptor, get 4 mana. Heck, just hard cast Packmate on 3. Frost is decent as well if we can get there to fix everything and ramp us up to getting on board faster than our aggro oppo. Worried about the shock. Sculptor could die before we untap. In that case, maybe we Glittering Frost. Unfortunately, we didn't get the next basic we need to actually pull off the maneuver. We only have 3 here. So actually, I like go ahead and we're going to Glittering Frost on the forest to set up for a big mana next turn. So, yeah, I was hoping we would draw a basic. We just didn't. We have a lot of tap land, so not a huge surprise. But let's go ahead and do this. You like Foretell Packmate. I like piling on the mana. We're going to take another smack next turn, but then we're going to have just tons of mana to dump our hand with. Because remember, winter combos with the Frost, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we draw a basic land, we get 7 mana next turn. We can do a lot of work with that. But here we go, big smack here. We can do a lot of work, including binding. So we didn't get to 8 mana. We could behold and presume that we're going to get to 8 mana. Or Packmate. Packmate's a little tougher. Behold is almost certainly gonna get there. But let's start at least by killing the Hulk. Yeah, I guess by starting with the Hulk, I don't have the Behold plan, but it's fine. I almost feel like for sure we would be able to do it, but this develops our board too. And I don't think Berserker is going to block much, but it at least blocks the cavalry. The thing is, they're not going to attack with the cavalry. They're going to attack with whatever they play. It's just so. Yeah, they have a lot of things we can block with a 2/2. I just found it unlikely that they were going to play such a thing on their 4th turn. And even they could have played a land drop this turn, right? I don't think they... Oh, no, maybe this is their turn 4. They did. Anyway, I just expected... No, they cast the Craven Giant last time. So yeah, they're short on land now. Ooh, we can get the tap forest if we don't need it. And it doesn't look like we do. So we can get the snow forest here. Well, we might. Right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can have 7 or 6, depending on what we want to do. 6 looks like it's good enough. So we can get the tap duel. Is it enter tapped anyway? Oh, it enters tapped anyway, so it was a no-brainer. I'm just wasting clock. And then now I like just Packmate. And then see what we draw. And foretell something. Over path. Oh, we can path because we haven't played a land yet. Good call. I was thinking we had played a land, but it was the specialty play, so we get it for free. And we'll get some natural black mana here. I get maybe I wasn't supposed to attack with this. Same kind of deal, but like I kind of made that mistake in game 1. It didn't cost me there, but we need to... I kind of want this dead so that we can Raven this thing. And here we are again. I don't like this is what happens to me. Yeah, Veil on white is interesting. Then we have the whole deal. So we will do that. In fact, we have it now, right? We can just do this now. We don't even need Veil on white. We get white and then untap. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill this thing. It gains us some... We can kill this thing. Right? White. Red. Blue. Green. Black. And then... I don't even know if this is right, gang, but I'm getting weird today here. Gotta do stuff. I gotta figure out... We're gonna do this. All right. Target opponent loses 2 life. Target 1 creature to deal 2 damage. The life gain there was no joke. Oh, we had extra. That's all right. It was just from that. And then now we can do this on whatever. More blue. I don't know. And unfortunately, like maybe they have Death Touch, so I'm gonna go ahead and send. No, we want we have Death Touch, and we want to get them low. We just might die to the Crackback. I think I send just the Packmate even to kind of encourage the trade if they want to trade with it. But this does block better on the ground. Yeah, they can double block. Good call. All right, I'm in. Doing okay on clock. We're in game 3 and I've got 14 minutes, so that's not the concern. It's the 0 hourglasses that is. This doubles the damage, but it doesn't give him double strike, so that this didn't create an attack there. We need dead things so that we can weigh down the Raven. And, well, although we have a Raven of our own now, so that's something as well. Yeah, I like Packmate first, using this kind of mana. I don't think we're going to do this turn. We don't have the... Yeah, it's a concession to like the best of 3 situation. And now with a with this land we have 6 total, so I like Augury, Raven, and Foretell of Behold. Yeah, I need a dead creature so we can deadweight something. Gentlemen, behold! Surely I've missed a meme that we have at this point. Here we go.
Come on, Berserker, girls think sexy.
My love for you is like a truck berserker.
Yeah, dupe the bird. Let's look at our land here. This is the copy creature land, and 4/4 flyer would be quite nice. They're bringing it. All right, well, we're blocking it. Gotta play like they don't have it. I don't trust this at all, but I don't know what else to do besides make them have it. Two 3/3s on the 4/5. Yeah, if they have... That's fair. Yeah, good point. This saves us something. Really? They get with double damage, they get both? Oh, because of the way double damage works on assigning damage? Yeah, right. That's weird rule stuff there, though. That's inside baseball in kind of a negative way, I think. Right? Like, this does not read like it's not going to be a 2-for-1. If I say this giant is dealing double damage at 4 power and I've got 2 3/3s, you'd be like, oh, so you're going to lose both your creatures. And I'm not, and I think that's not good, but your game can't be perfectly intuitive at all times. It's a complicated game that's got some complicated rules. Now we can weigh this down, though, so not a huge problem. I could draw first, but like I just know this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this, and we'll get rid of this terrible creature. And let's do a behold. See what. Ooh, let's get rid of lands. Narfy. I'm in for Narfy. Let's do that after an attack. I think now we're attacking with the Sculptor, right? We could use Narfy. We use Sculptor to get an extra 2 mana, which would do what for us? Like, maybe foretell something? Nah, I think damage is more important at this point. Oh yeah, do Narfy now. Good point. So anyway, but we're gonna, and all the more reason, like I'm gonna attack because it's even bigger. So we'll do that, and get this turn done. Oh, Magic is so much easier when I have the cards in a set mostly memorized. I don't know if I ever have them completely memorized, but I am feeling in the complexity here. Glad we got that win, but man, I'm gonna give myself, which one's the brain is dead one? Is it this one?
Is this a dead man, Doctor?
Brain is gone?
Very dead, Mr. Spock.
No, it's the other one. I'm feeling this.
That man's dead back there. Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
That is my status today. Having fun. I was got a little punt annoyed earlier, but we've resolved that, and I am actually having fun. It's just, it's humbling. This set is humbling to stream early on, let me tell you that. I'll get there. I'll get these cards a little more internalized, and the sequencing that's really common more internalized, but really, really feeling the difficulty of this set right now as an early format streamer. All right, let's see if we can grab some gems as we do our best here. Looks keepable. Packmate tucked away on 2. Got a couple of black cards we can't cast yet, but with 2, 3, 4 settled with any kind of land, I like this. That sounds sciencey. All right, cool draw, because it gives us a 3. I was saying 2, 3, 4, but now we have 2, 3, 4. Or we could path. I kind of like that too. Especially since we don't have our 4th land yet, and we could go get swamp. I'm going to do that since Oppo's not doing much. Well, they since they only foretold, they're not wrecking us or anything. Interesting. We got to pitch something. What's the least important card in this hand? Is it Kennel Master? Is it Elderleaf Mentor? We do have Packmate for turn 4 now. Forest is the greedy play. Wither Crown, it might be our worst card, but it's our only interaction. We see black, white over here. I can't give up our Wither Crown, Pablo. I think we're going to need that. I'm going to go with my gut, which is the Elder Leaf, because we have Packmate on 4. An Elder Leaf is kind of a weird inclusion. It's kind of a nod to our creature lightness as much as anything. We could go Sculptor now, knowing that it'll help us ramp to next turn, but I'm already happy with our current sequencing, so I'm going to stick to the plan. Next turn, we might foretell Sculptor. That's a possibility. Hat likes that line. Oppo suggesting that this is a Jarl, right? This is a classic Jarl attack. I'm going to say no blocks. I like our Misty for 1 point. All right, another choice. Now maybe we have to get greedy and pitch land, knowing we have Sculptor to fix us, and we may draw a land anyway. Also, you should get one of these.
Some say I never heard of ya. Don't believe the hype, it's a sequel. Don't believe the hype.
And now we have an interesting spot because we have the path, we have the Sculptor. We could name white or red on this with all of our mana available and know that we are then basically, I guess we name white and then we're a red land or the Frost away from doing this. A little greedy, but I think we could do it. We have some double pips on these lands, especially. But I think we can do it. We have Sculptor to help with the double costs on stuff in that case. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to name white and go for it. And I am going to Sculptor here. And we know they're representing Jarl.
Point is, ladies and gentlemen,
so I'm going to attack.
is good.
I'm not blocking either of these. I don't want to lose our Sculptor to the Jarl that's being represented. We don't know they have Jarl for sure, but they're doing a good job of representing it, and I'm going to respect it. I'm glad it wasn't Skull Raid. The presence of Skull Raid suggests maybe we should be like stuff in Foretell land just to get it out of our hands. We can, of course, Kennel Master here, but not for super effect, and we were talking about doing that. Yeah, I like Packmate, look for land, and then Wither Crown if we come up with it. Although, can we... Yeah, we have this snow land even. I'm gonna do this. They don't have anything in the yard yet to get back with the recruiter, so I don't think it's urgent. I don't think recruiting is any kind of urgency. Yeah, give us a discard. Play another Disciple now, right? Same deal though. And it just telegraphs it completely, right? That the Jarl explains this attack and the lack of attack here. Hey, they did it!
Some say I never heard of ya. Don't believe the hype, it's a sequel. Don't believe the
Nerfed!
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky and the Brain.
Not sure we even want to do it now. I kind of want to behold and find some darn land. But I also like the Wither Crown play. I like behold, find a land, untap a land, and Wither Crown. That's what I'm gonna do. I know we got the Narfy, but I'll wait there. I getting some more land on battlefield is more important to me. Wow. Is Trickster's God useful to us at all? Not really. I'm going to bin both of these, looking for that land. Wow, well, we found it, barely, but we got there. Yeah, I was looking at Wither Crown. You want to swing first, but then they're probably not trading with. They don't want to trade their recruiter, right? That's fair. I was thinking I didn't want to trade my packmate for their recruiter, but I don't think they will, and we would take it if they do. Oh, that's right. They do have Jarl. That's true. We played into the Jarl. Boop. I blame Haj. But maybe Haj just meant Mistwalker. This is okay, though. I think we're still in a good spot, but I've been Jarled. After all that attempt to play around it, we're now getting Jarled. Well, we could foretell Raven, but I don't want them to... I mean, they can do the recruiter. I'm going to do the Wither Crown. Oh, what? Can I not? Why can't I Wither Crown? Is there something taxing? Oh, oops. That was just a misclick. I'll let that... No, I won't worry about that. But yeah, let's foretell before we give up all value. Yeah, that was just a UI mistake. But I'm glad we had a mitigation at least. Yeah, ouch. That was not supposed to be that painful. We'll have some significant defense coming up, though. If they go for the recruiter action, it uses the rest of their turn. And that wouldn't be the worst. We got things to ditch if we need to. Well, not the way we thought we were going to have to ditch, but we are having to ditch. I think Kennel Master is too expensive for what we're trying to pull off right now. So we want Raven to block in the air and either hold up Narfi to bring back for the ground, or we can Draugr or Wither Crown. Certainly Raven in the air. Yeah, Narfi comes in tapped, so I know it's not a defender, but we do have other defenders on the ground. You like the zombie? Yeah, at least it's a couple of blockers. And I think we gotta worry about us. Frost. Too slow, too slow. You like that? What does this do for us? If we draw this, next turn we play it on something and we can winter stuff, but I just don't think we have the time to do that. Well, can't we already recur Narfi? Like, we can already get Narfi back. I guess more mana helps us do it more reliably, but we're already at Narfi. So I would rather find interaction. I'm going to go Graveyard. My gut says that that's not interactive enough. And no attacks. And we don't have double land, so I could untap a land, but it doesn't do anything for us, so... Yeah, that's true. It does turn on the path. I didn't really consider how it impact our ability to path and whether that was worth it. At 7 life, it's tough, but that's a great point. That does give us World Tree. Seems like Oppo's got something here with this all-out swing. Yeah, if they make an angel, we can Wither Crown it. So at least it won't be the thing that kills us unless they can solve the Wither Crown. The recruiter means that everything we eat, they can get back, which is unfortunate. But I don't know what to do besides take the blocks given. It should be like this. Or we need to do it this way. Like this. Yeah, like that. Then the recruiter can't. Then the recruiter doesn't work before it's gone. All right, cross fingers that they don't have anything too crazy. I could put this here, but like, I don't know if we can play around that. Jarl number 2 does some work here, but if we actually get that red tap land, we could still do path, right? Yeah, path could still happen if we happen to, no, because it doesn't make their initial, it enters tapped. We'd only have 6 mana, never mind. That's funny. We get to play a free Wither Crown at least. And we want that on untapped or tapped Jarl. Untapped Jarl doesn't really matter. We're not attacking. So really want to behold and get Narfi back, but like, are we dead? So not dead that we can block there. So we're not dead. And we can foretell and Narfi. So I'm going to set that up. And then we're not dead. Darkstar wanted to just cast it, maybe? Yeah, I know. I know Narfi enters tapped. We're still not dead. I still have my plan. Yeah, Shimmer Veil is snow. And even if it wasn't, I could block and untap a snow land with Sculptor. Could even eat a disciple, but now we got to do this. Untap something, why not? Argument, like, is this correct? Like, I could behold here and potentially find the answers up here. This doesn't actually save us from an angel, so, but we do need blockers. Yeah, we'll do a mostly dead.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
I think we actually need blockers, though. Although the trouble is we can't take, like, we take 2 and go to 1, then we make a blocker and the other one gets us. I'm going to do the Narfi. And then now we're going to look for... Well, can we sacrifice Port to effect? Is there a flyer? Like, we can get a Raven back, except it's not big enough for that. Is there anything that we get back and it helps us? Not really. Okay, so we're going to go for looking for the angel answer, and we use this and the white to find it. Oh, read port. Am I missing something? Oh, it does get bigger. Right. It gets... no, it returns it tapped, so it doesn't even block any of it. I see what you're saying. It was the other one that... This is where it's so complicated, right? This is exactly what Marshall was talking about. Somebody tells me, hey, read the port. And I'm like, right. It gets a +1 enters tapped. Yes, enters tapped. Complicated set, man. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do it. The showdown's too complicated for me. All right, Oppo got us. We're going to go to game 2 here, unfortunately. Not going to show him anything more. We are straight up dead to the attack. I'm gonna do the gauntlet. I'm gonna do the challenge. We're doing the streamer showdown tomorrow, but I'm lean in aggro. I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna look for an aggro deck, gang. I think if I end up in snow, I am doomed. I'm gonna let somebody more talented play the snow deck tomorrow. What do we want to do about sideboarding, though? Black, white. Control, really. Jarly discard control. Being forced to discard a lot. Not much we can do about that we're not already doing. We're just maybe playing lower down. It could be better because if we're forced to discard lands, we might just be short on resources in general, and playing lower means we can pitch lands when pressed. Yeah, very weak on tribals. We keep taking a look at this and then not seeing the tribals for it. There's really not much for us to do here unless we arachnoform for the flyers. But it still just feels like I'm setting myself up for a 2-for-1 to consider using something like arachnoform. I'm not seeing an obvious sideboard. Anybody got anything, or am I just running this back? Feels like, I don't know, Brine Barrow, we get sneaky on blocks. Oh, maybe Brine Barrow because of the reliance on Jarls. Yeah, I actually like that because we can blank the Jarl damage. Like, they do an obvious attack for Jarl value, and we go, yep. And then I like cutting the Mentor again as just kind of a whatever creature. So I'm going to do that at least. All right, Magic Gods. How about just easy decisions? Just give me some easier decisions. And I know I'm setting myself up to potentially lose, right? But fine. Give me the easy decisions as I mulligan into Oblivion. Speaking of, do we mulligan this? We do have Path and a Forest. This is where a 2 is more than 1. A lot of times this specific effect of going to find a land and putting it in your hand is 1 mana, and that's a lot more powerful for spots like this. But too greedy, got a mulligan. All right, we get a nice recovery plan in Behold. We're going to keep this. Depart the Realm kills an Angel token, which we know they have, although it's going to be a long way off before they have such a thing. I got to keep all 3 lands. Having all of our mana here is too good. Maybe we give up the Intruder. We do have Behold to find more, but I can't guarantee we're going to find the exacts. Yeah, I think it's Brine Barrow or Depart. That's where I was landing. I think these are our 2 worst cards, and I don't want to get rid of a land. I'm going to get rid of the Brine Barrow. I'm going to foretell the Raven. I hope we draw a tap land, then we can foretell something or just Raven it. So now I'm going to pitch land. We have enough. We have a second forest, so I'm going to be greedy here. Deck seems okay. Pilot's running a little rough, and Oppos are running a little great. So it's not been fantastic, but I don't think the deck is the problem. How about Raven? Well, we don't know if we're hitting 4th land, so I'm going to Behold. I'm going to foretell the Behold. Well, let's face it, today has not been my deftest navigation of the mouse. I mean, try to own it when it's happening. I'm exactly as good as I am, especially while streaming. All right, so I'm going to Behold. Looking for land. Path to the World Tree. Narfi, you know they're going to make us discard, but I can't keep these. I need straight up land, darn it. I'd love to keep this and let them make us discard it again, but we're far away from even getting cute with that thing. So, yeah, I wanted an untapped land, but I'm just happy to get something here. Now depart. Everything else here is better. Now I think we need to Raven and Crown, or we could foretell, but probably need to start crowning here. Raven blocks the Usher, will crown the Faithful. Three lands. I mean, we wouldn't mind more land, but we're kind of getting our land set, so maybe that's not the worst mill of our library. They've got their angel land, and they've got the sacrifice disciples for it. So now I'm... did they have the... Yeah, maybe I should have kept the depart knowing we saw the angel land. So, I don't know. Well, we can name white and actually have the tree good to go. Unfortunately, here it is. Is there shuffling? Yeah, we have shuffling. So we'll shuffle the library eventually, right? I can't remember what we're shuffling for, but I feel like we shuffle. Rune, path. Well, path. Unfortunately, path is the shuffler, right? Horizon Seeker would do it. Yeah, Horizon Seeker is the only thing left. And binding. There we go. It's in my hand. Durr. I was looking at I forgot chapter 3 here. Or chapter 2 there. Shut up. I am great. We don't want to do this now, although I'm worried. I guess we just Behold. I'm going to hard cast Behold here. I'm not even going to bluff. Let's just take a look. Frosty. Don't think we need the Frost now either. Kennel Master is a card on the board, though. I'll keep that. And I'm going to say no attacks because I want to threaten that Usher. Of course, this is a Jarl. Boo. We're just going to lose this, but we need this Usher to die, so I don't want to let them get endless fodder. My camera fell down a little bit. All right, not a bad draw given this, but I think we just go ahead and kill it. That seems fine to get rid of this token, not rely on Recluse to do the dirty work here. Still no attacks. Still want to threaten this Usher. I'll attack once we get a couple more things on board, though. Look at us shuffling. Every day, you might say. So this is the copy? No, this is the... no, this is create a copy. Boy, these lands are going to kill me. Here's the other one. What do we got in here? We got nothing anyway. So let's start with Kennel Master. And I'm going to go ahead and start attacking. They haven't shown removal so far. So many special lands. Creating a token copy of Kennel Master next turn and pumping both of these seems pretty fine. Does doing that doesn't take us off eventual 5-color either. East was already there. Yep. And we get Death Touch next turn for what that's worth, which is very little here. Okay, so this is a Jarl play, but with what we've got coming back the other way, I'm just going to take this. I don't want to lose the Kennel Master given our plan. And they're going to make a 1/1, and they're going to think, aha, I'm going to get him on like I did last time. They're going to attack back into my chump, and then I get him, except we're going to be indestructible. But I did mess that up last time, that's for sure. Hey, look, we drew the path, too. Nice. Can we just do that? I don't think we have the... Oh, maybe we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we could just path. Maybe that's new plan? New plan. New plan. Do I have the... I don't think I have that in yet. Oh, no, I do. Here we go.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Now, they still can flash in the 3/3, the 3/2. So do I have to kill this thing instead of the Jarl, though? Yeah, I think we should do my plan, right? And then know that we have this waiting behind. I'm going to do this. Clock is ticking, but yeah, it's just my life. And we can still path here. We can even hide the path and go... Let's hide the path and play the creature. Maybe we don't even need the path because of that, although we might get the path dropped out of our hand because of rats. But I still like having this big board presence. The path in hand is cool, but 4 attacking creatures. Ah! Okay. New plan. Blood on the snow. Wrecked. Although we're not even a path now. We're going to get a land and we'll do the path later. Sorry, Mama. Scared the heck out of me, too. Or maybe I'm supposed to do this? Can always do this. Trouble is, if we do this too much, we're going to not have the lands for this. I'm going to do the bird. I am too slow to play control in best of 3 in this format right now. I'll get there by the end of the format, but clearly this is a little much for my faculties. Do we care? You can have your 2-power attacker. I'm going to start using Mistwalker to get in for 4, unless they have action. Yes, I do take heart in that some of the truly the greatest players of all time are incredibly slow players. Yeah, this game is hard. You got to think about it. That's another ah. I guess we're just lucky they only got the destroy everything instead of the... What is it? Oh, permanent. So they just brought the land. Well played. Nice, Oppo. We're going to have to do something to something at some point. How about sending in the Mistwalker here? I guess we need to hold back. Nah. Feeling glum about our chances again. This path draws a card? What is it? I don't think it draws us anything, does it? Oh, gain 2 life and draw 2. No, it does. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have to do that then. Usually when I've been resolving this, it like ends the game so fast I forget the I haven't even seen the cards. But no attacks. We can do that. We can do this at instant speed, right? So we can also do it on defense. I'm going to hold it. That's what Mike is saying. Mistwalker. Ooh. Boo. Can't do anything about that. It's gonna happen. How do we loop the land? Path and eat the O1. What do you mean? I don't know how we eat anything. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. Path does too many things. That was a mistake. Still gonna do it now, though. All right, nice Trickster God with the Mistwalker bound. So that was a nice draw. Just the kind of thing we needed to pull out of this. We can also have a Thought Thief to trade with the Effigy. Let's see if this happens. They do have this land as well. They're going to use the Mistwalker to make another Angel. No, Angel is... sorcery speed. Yeah, what can we do on Chapter 2? Well, I guess we'll figure it out. Playing both of these cards. Let's do... Oh, take their land. Yeah. Gotcha. Love it. I didn't think of that. Let's look at our library, though. I want to keep improving our draws. Sculptor, I think not good enough here. We need more power. And we can send the bear with 2 blockers back and a need to find a way, some way to win this game. We're going to offer this, of course. Looks like they're going to make the Angel, though, so I don't think we get to swap lands. But maybe we can find... we know we have this, like... What do we have that we can get back tapped? Notfold does answer the Angel problem. Not if they +1/+1 it, though. So we could swap... I wish we had an artifact to get this rune crown, but we don't have anything to get here. How do we take the crown? It's What? We want to give him the saga? There's nothing to do here. We didn't get there on Clever Chapter 2. That's okay. But it doesn't give us this. They keep it. And I got to do this and then, right? I can't not... I have to target it and then I just decline to do it. And now we can go get Kennel Master, I guess. I'm going to cancel this. We don't need that anyway. I'm just going to do this. Ooh, Narfi's nice. Raven to double block, you say. Oh, that's true. Raven to double block gives us an out to the flyer, so I got to do that. Good call, Mike. We take 1 hit, but then we can do that. And we get the Narfi. So, could be worse. Officially...
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Gotta take this and hope we're not dead to something. Can't play around everything. We have a double block next turn and Narfi in play.
Chief, mate, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky.
The
Try to
drain
take over
is
the
not
world.
irrelevant here, that's for sure. In fact, is there anything we can do to, like, attack through here? They block... They don't have lifelink, and 4 is our biggest. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we got there. Night. Yeah, I'm going to lose on clock, but I think we have this one unless there's action here. Cool. Looks like free stuff in Discord. Now we just got to win in 2 minutes with my pace of play and deck. No problem. Oh, okay, they had something. Never mind, we don't. We just can lose instead. Anything on our lands that saves us? Boy, it's kind of a relief. I've never felt more relieved to lose and be done with something. My head hurts. I did my homework, Mom. I got an F. No, that was game 2. That was game 2. And I lost both of them. All right, well, we got 3 matches out of it, if not 2 wins. Our account can fortunately absorb some gemless runs here. We're still pretty healthy on our resources, so no worries there. I'm a little worried about my brain and my pace of play in the format. If I'm going to do best of 3 and play anything other than like an aggro deck, I'm going to get better at that as the format continues. Right now, it's really rough on me though to clearly to be playing any kind of control-ish deck in this format in best of 3. I'm going to keep that in mind for tomorrow. Humbling stream today in terms of learning those lessons. I'm not going to beat myself up, but I am going to really understand that it's a factor for me right now. And maybe if I'm going to be doing best of 3, I need to lean a little more towards aggro when I'm doing that, and to try out more control-y stuff in best of 1, where I'm not going to be penalized like I was today for my pace of play. Or I'll be penalized without it being, you know, match losing penalties, just a little more pressure on the clock. So, yeah, I am having a hard time processing all of the inputs. That's just the TLDR here, is that I am having a hard time processing all the inputs, even on the aggro stuff. You know, I was trying to think of how to frame it, especially listening to Luis and Marshall and their thoughts. Thinking about how to frame the complexity, because some of the complexity is obvious in terms of the words and stuff, but it's also, we've talked about the sequencing, and I thought of a way to like visualize the complexity that this format creates. So, especially foretell, because like imagine an opening hand. Imagine 2 solid opening hands. One, we have a solid opening M21 hand that has a chorister. It has a Pteranodon, the 3/3 2-drop for 3/3 2-drop that can attack if you have control 4 power, and then we have a the 2/1 for 3 that puts a +1/+1 counter on something. So we have that clear, and then even then we have some lands, right? Or we have a 5-drop, right? So if you get a hand like that, 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop, 3 lands, it's a snap keep. It's a good hand, but you also know immediately what you're doing, right? What's the plan here? I'm going Chorister, I'm going Pteranodon, I'm going Kitty. I'm hoping to find something to do on 4, and if not, we at least hope we find some land so that we can hit our 5-drop, right? The hand describes itself almost immediately. And those are cards with some complexity, but now like take some simple cards and just put foretell on all of them. So I'm going to give you the 1-drop, except let's make it the 1-drop in this set that if you play as your second spell, it's a 1-drop, but if it's your second spell, you get a counter. You've got 3 other spells in your hand. a 2-drop, or not a 2-drop because that would make, well, it could be like maybe it's the, but you've got like a 2-drop and then 2 spells with Foretell. They can be simple cards, but the second that you take these cards that all have their very specific curve, you know, I got a 2, I got a 3, I got a 4, right? As soon as that 2, that 3, that 4 can suddenly be multiple things, when that 3 can be a 2 and a 1 or a 3, and that 4 can be a 2 and a 2 or a 4, and that 5 can be a 2 and a 2 or a 5, right? Like there's just all this stuff happening where when you get a lot of that in your hand, what before would have been a pretty simple sequence, I got a 2, I got a 3, I got a 4, now becomes, wow, I haven't played my first land yet, and I'm already on the verge of making a mistake, because if I play the wrong land, I could set up a bad result on turn 4 based on the foretelling that's in my hand right now. So even the simpler decks in the format, the more aggressive approach, there's still so much foretell in those decks that the sequencing is still quite the brain-bending experience. But at least it plays out fast enough that I think I'll be better on clock. Break my brain with aggro instead of break my brain with control is going to be at least a little bit faster. Just something to think about tomorrow, both as I try to play for my hair against chat in the morning for our weekly chat gauntlet, and for when I play in the Streamer Showdown tomorrow afternoon my time. That's going to be somebody can throw up the God Pod, right? I know it. I learn things sometimes. We're doing it again, Streamer Showdown tomorrow. Check out the info there. And I'm going to look forward to doing my best in that event. And I want to make day 2, like Ben S is in, this is a second one Ben S has been in, but I've never been in his pod before. I would love to play Ben Stark on stream. That would be really interesting. So looking forward to that. Hope you catch me live for that one. Maybe YouTube friends, you don't often catch me live because maybe I'm not on at the right time for you, but I'll try to get this one up today, maybe so that people can see that tomorrow afternoon they may be able to catch me live when you haven't been able to normally, because I'm going to be streaming much later than usual. And with cool stakes, Mana Traders offering up cash prize. I'm not sure exactly what the prize breakdown is yet, but I know that Mana Traders is indeed offering cash prize again. So nice. And thanks for hanging out and watching that one, YouTube. Sorry it was rough around the edges, but hopefully you're learning through my mistakes as well as I am, and that we'll all hopefully Marshall is right. We'll get this format under our belt a little better and then start to enjoy it more, as opposed to like right now I feel very stressed. It's the homework metaphor is good. I feel stressed when I'm playing this right now because nobody likes to look foolish. One thing I've said about all Magic players, I think the thing that unites us completely, that we 100%, is that Magic players like to feel clever. This is a game that makes us feel clever. Like when we do good things, we feel clever. And today made me feel not clever, right? This format is making me feel not clever. So I feel I'll get there, but I just want to own that right now and take step by step towards feeling a little bit more clever with these Kaldheim cards. And I hope you join me on the journey next time, YouTube friends. Bye.